Hello again, and welcome back to DigiFox Labs. I'm Mr. Fox. Today we're going to talk about 3 plays that you can potentially make 80% gains on and potentially even 1 to 2x your money, assuming you go ahead and take a position right at this moment or roughly within this week. Now, none of this is financial advice. We're not financial advisors. Everything said here is 100% our opinion, as we are not professional TA traders, nor are we holding any degrees in finance or economics. This is 100% our opinion, and everything here is self-taught within this camp of DigiFox Labs. So the first coin that we're going to talk about, XLM. As you can see here, it's forming what looks like a bullish flag. Now, this has been playing out for the course of roughly about a year, maybe even like a year and a half. As you can see here, around it ranged roughly around the 8 cent to 10 cent mark for roughly around 2 years, right? And it finally broke out. This was roughly around May 11, 2021, right? And it came crashing down back to the 20 cent region. Now, if we go ahead and zoom in, we'll see that it formed a delicious looking triangle, and we see here that it is somewhat reversing back. As you see here, that the wave is going to come up to a golden cross here. Now, that's assuming everything else, but if you look even closer, right, you can see here that it formed a double bottom right here. Let me go ahead and highlight that for you. Let's see here. Where's my paintbrush at? Okay, paintbrush. As you can see right here, right, there's one little double bottom, and there's the second one right there, right? And then we went ahead and took off right there. Now, as you can see here, we are actually retracing and retesting the outer part of this triangle. Where do we see this going? Now, assuming it holds that position, right, roughly around the 20 cent region, it may go plus minus 2-3 cents, and with a couple of wicks going either or. Once it's established itself on the outside of this triangle, we have potential estimates going roughly around this profit taking region, which is going to be for us around the 37 to 42 cent region. This equates to roughly around 80%. Now, with that being said, you need to realize that there are going to be massive whales with sell orders around this region as well. Why is that? Well, you can see right here that there was a lot of buying and selling right here, forming a decent area of holding for those that roughly FOMO'd in and got shat on. So, needless to say, if you are going to invest $1,000 or $100, go ahead and get rid of 50% of all of that or more around this region right here. The second profit taking region is going to be, let's see if we could do this without mucking this up, is going to be around this region right here, which we do believe it is going to match. Now, what is key to note is when it reaches this level, you are going to actually form a multi-year double top. Okay, a double top right there. That is what we are projecting. So therefore, we highly recommend you take your profits around the 60 cent region, plus minus 10, right? Depending on what you feel is best for you and your situation. Once we go ahead and establish some form of profit taking in these two regions, you want to hold, because what's inevitably going to happen is this right here. You're going to come up. Let's see if we can delete this so it looks a little bit more tastier, a little bit more legible, right? Oh, it's not really working out. But what you're going to have, once we form not one but two double tops roughly around this region, it's going to come down and retest probably the 40 cent region, at which point who knows where it's going to go from there. So that is our plan for XLM. If it is forming a what's it called, a bullish flag, and as we all know, those of you that have invested in XLM, it will explode in price and it'll be magical. So the second coin in question is going to be Proppy. Now, we are bullish, and FYI, we do hold position in all the coins we are talking about. But what makes Proppy interesting is not only is it a good trading opportunity, but it is a fantastic investing opportunity. It is pretty much a monopoly, at least to the standard that they are on. When we at first initially covered it, it was roughly around the 20 cent region. This was many months ago, and since then it had actually done a 10x for us. To be more specific, maybe even a 15x, to be honest with you, because we got in so early, because we just liked the foundation of it, and we took a mini sample gamble on it because it just, the narrative was so great. And if you don't know, Proppy is a NFT real estate play. It's a project, and they actually already sold their first house. Yes, these are real houses. This is not metaverse. This is actually houses that you and your family can live in. And they sold it, and they have a partnership with what is it, KB Homes, and they have partnerships with banks to go ahead and facilitate you with the deeds and the financial infrastructure to go ahead and cross-chain the reality of owning a house and the blockchain technology. They're the only ones that are able to do that currently right now, and actually the only ones that have gone so far as to achieve a successful transaction with whoever purchased the home. So with that being said, it's a great investment opportunity, but if we look on the shorter time span, we can see here that it was forming in a falling wedge, and we just cocked that one up, didn't we? But let's just go ahead and blow this one up for us. And if we see right here, let's go ahead and get the brush out. This was your falling wedge right here. And it seemed like it traded sideways. But what's interesting to note is that it's forming what looks like a double bottom in the early stages. What do I mean by this? Well, look, we have one right here. Look, one right there. And it looks like it wants to form another one. Now, if you look right here, this is forming a W pattern potentially. Okay? And so what does this mean? It means that we have many opportunities to take profits on a coin that has the potential to literally 10x yet again, all in probably a few days or maybe a week or two. So the first area of safe profit taking is going to be this section right here, which if you take a position right now is going to be roughly a what is it, 70 cents? That's double your money there. You're going to potentially 3 to 4 times your money if you take profits in the $2 to $2.60 range right there. Now after that, we highly recommend with this coin you take, let's say you take $1,000, we highly recommend you sell 75% of your bag minimum. Either sell all of it or sell 75%. Ideally maybe 80, 85, 90% would be ideal, because this thing reacts so violently that you will not have time to literally sell everything and think that you're going to be okay without missing it, because we all have lives, right? We all are doing this as a hobby. We are all doing this as a secondary form of income or investment. So that is not bad, right? You put in what is it right now? You put in 70 cents and then you take profits at $2.20. That's quite the amount of change. Now, where do we see this going? We see this going back to all-time highs again. When exactly? Well, that's yet to be played out, right? But all-time highs is roughly around $8. So if you all very much, and do your own research, if you're very much bullish on this project as an investor standpoint, and you take a position right now today around the 70 to 80 cent region, that's a 10x on your money. That's correct, a 10x on your money. Is it going to be worth more than $8? Well, let me put it to you this way. Real estate and NFT doesn't really have a specific place. When regulations come out, I could promise you that this is going to be the infrastructure that they want to actually regulate and actually take some money, taxations and all that stuff on it, right? So we believe this is going to be a $50 coin, maybe even triple digits, like in the hundreds, in the long term. But for right now, the game is literally accumulating cash, accumulating more coins of coins that are going to be around in the next 10 years. Proppy, we feel, is going to be one of those. So if you look right here, it is literally in the beginning of a breakout. When exactly, we don't know, but we went ahead and told you our profit taking area, and we are 100% bullish on Proppy, and we do have a position on it. Okay, again, not financial advice. Next coin is going to be Alliance Block, also known as ALBT. Now, again, just like Proppy, it's forming a base, but it's also, just like Proppy, further along in its double bottom region. Look, this is what Proppy's doing, and Proppy is roughly around, we believe, this region right here, right? So we feel that Proppy potentially, if you're looking at days, has a month to go to form that second double bottom, whereas Alliance Block, ALBT, has already done so. So with that said, you could go ahead and see that it is forming, or did form, a wedge form, and this is a brush, so please, it's not a trend line, but it formed a wedge, a falling wedge, and it's looking like it's trending sideways and going to bust out this way, going like so. Now, what you need to realize is the region that to take profits is going to be around the 64 cents. Now, that is currently going to be a double your money. So you put in 1,000, you probably are going to have $2,000 because the resistance area is around the 60-cent region. The second profit taking area is going to be roughly around the probably 90-cent region would be best, because anything above that, you're looking at a lot of resistance and it may be difficult to gauge on that. Now, again, none of this is financial advice. All these are quite conservative. All of these are very much amateur, non-professional TA crypto analysis. I just pretty much said analysis twice, didn't I? But those are the 3 coins that we have taken positions on. Those are the 3 coins we validated and convinced ourselves that, hey, you know what? It might be a proper time to go ahead and initiate some trading on these 3 coins. With that said, happy days, happy trading, and good luck to you all.